What if I told you that some of the most talented footballers in history have come from Africa? Players like Samuel Eto'o, Didier Drogba, JJ Okocha, Yaya Toure, George Weah, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, and Victor Osimhen, among others. Yet, despite producing world-class talent for decades, Africa has never won the FIFA World Cup, not once. So why has a continent with over 1 billion people and an endless supply of football talent never lifted football's most prestigious trophy? Today, we will explore the real reasons Africa has never won the World Cup and whether that could finally change in the future. Talent is not the problem. When people discuss Africa's World Cup struggles, some assume it's because African teams lack quality, but far from it. African football has consistently produced players who have dominated Europe. George Weah won the Ballon d'Or. Samuel Eto'o won multiple Champions League titles. Didier Drogba became a Chelsea legend. Mo Salah became one of Liverpool's greatest players and a Premier League legend. Victor Osimhen led Napoli to a historic Serie A title. Talent has never been Africa's problem. The issue lies elsewhere. Let's move forward. Lack of depth compared to European giants. While African nations often have outstanding starting 11s, World Cups are won by squads, not individuals. Compare a country like France. France can lose several star players and still field another world-class team. The same applies to Argentina, Germany, Brazil, Spain, and the rest of them. Many African nations rely heavily on a handful of key players. When injuries occur or suspensions happen, the drop in quality can be significant. At the World Cup, where margins are tiny, depth often makes the difference. Infrastructure and development. Another major challenge is football infrastructure. Many European and South American nations have invested heavily in youth academies, coaching systems, sports science, and player development. Some African countries have made great progress, but many still struggle with inadequate facilities and inconsistent football structures. As a result, many African players leave home at a young age to complete their development abroad. This helps individual players succeed, but doesn't always strengthen national football systems. Administrative problem. This is a topic many fans don't like discussing. Several African football federations have faced issues involving poor planning, leadership disputes, unpaid bonuses, and internal conflicts. At multiple World Cups, African teams have experienced off-field distractions that affected performance. Meanwhile, successful World Cup nations often arrive with stable structures and clear objectives. Winning the World Cup requires unity, both on and off the pitch. Bad timing and tough draws. Sometimes, football is simply cruel. Africa has produced several teams capable of reaching the semi-finals. Cameroon in 1990 came within minutes. Senegal shocked the world in 2002. Ghana came heartbreakingly close in 2010. Morocco made history by reaching the semi-finals in 2022. Many African teams have run into football superpowers at unfortunate moments. The difference between making history and going home can be a single goal. So, why has Africa never won the World Cup? It's not because of talent. It's a combination of squad depth, infrastructure, administration, development system, and sometimes pure bad luck. But the gap is closing. Every World Cup, African teams grow stronger. Every generation produces new stars, and one day, perhaps sooner than many expect, an African captain may finally lift the World Cup trophy. Which African country do you think will become the first to win the FIFA World Cup? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more World Cup and football related content. Thanks for watching.